Good morning. It's Regina Rosa Celeste here, and I thought I would actually go ahead and do a live pop-up yoga class because why not? And I actually needed to record for a program. I'm really excited about this program. In fact, this is a program that is fairly new to me. It's actually a program that is for kids, and it's a summer camp. Let me actually get the name of this program so I can share it with everyone. It is called community-based. It's the community-based mentoring for Hispanic Boys and Girls Priority Club, and this is a group that I was recently introduced to through the Division of School Improvement and Operations, and I was asked recently to teach a kids yoga class for their summer camp, and I'm really excited. And I'm really honored to teach and just share some yoga. So I thought I'd go ahead and go live and share with everyone in my community as well. So if your kids are around, or if they're not around and you just want to get some new practice and new tools and skills for meditation and mindfulness, today's a great session for you. So we're going to keep it really short, less than 20 minutes. So again, thank you so much. My name and meditation teacher, and I love what I do. Many of you know that I have a lot of other passions as well, but today I really want to focus on this one because I feel that this is a very simple and very effective tool that sometimes is overlooked, or tools, I should say, that are often overlooked. And I'm really honored that I get to teach these tools and help bring these practices into homes of so many people and so many families. So what I want to first do, as far as materials, you don't really need much. All you need is a yoga mat. In fact, if you don't have a yoga mat, you can also use a towel. So please do not let props or materials sway you from feeling like you can't do yoga. In fact, there's been many times where I didn't have either. I didn't have a yoga mat and I didn't have a towel. And I actually did yoga on the floor or on the grass. I've actually done it also on the concrete a couple times, which I don't recommend not having padding. It is very important, if you can, to get that padding underneath your knees and your feet, and it just makes the experience much better and much more enjoyable. But for today, we are going to keep it very simple. And as I mentioned, I'm certified. I've been teaching since 2014, so I've been teaching now about seven years, my goodness. And so honored that I get to do that. I've taught all over the world, nationally, as well as now I'm teaching globally, which is really cool. Taught in many different countries, and not many, but several different countries. And now I'm teaching on festivals and events around the globe. So very excited to do that and have that privilege. And one of the things, again, that I love about yoga and mindfulness is that it's very simple, and it can be very effective in helping all of us to deal with stress, with overwhelm, with anxiety, and even to just be happier. So today we're going to keep it really simple, less than 20 minutes. We're going to do some short practices. So to get us grounded, let's go ahead and let's begin with a little shoulder shrugs here. And just notice how you feel this morning. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a nice full deep breath. And as you roll your shoulders back, go ahead and just notice, witnessing, experiencing how you feel. I call this a body scan. So from the very top of your head, all the way down through your body, through your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your lungs, down to your knees, your hips, your feet. Just taking a body scan and noticing how you feel in this moment. And this practice today that we're going to do is safe for pretty much everyone, for kids of younger ages up to middle school, up to high school. I've taught kids of all ages, including adults, obviously. And I'm very glad that these practices and these tools are able to be woven into all different ages. I do highly recommend that if you have any injuries, or if you feel any areas of discomfort, or you know that you're not in a position to exercise, please be very mindful when practicing yoga. And it's always best to consult with a physician if you're not sure. So there are many different forms of yoga. In fact, there's thousands. And today's yoga, we're just going to keep it nice and gentle and very simple. So when you're ready, go ahead and release your legs and your feet apart if they're not already. And we're just going to do a nice little stretch here. So I'm going to invite you to go ahead and release any extra flesh from the sits bones. Take your arms up overhead, taking a nice full deep breath. Maybe close your eyes, draw your shoulders down. Beautiful. And then we're just going to take the right fingers, and we're going to actually wrap our fingers around our big toe, getting a nice deep stretch here in the left hip. Bring your left arm up overhead and just reach those fingertips all the way towards the tops of the right foot. Right toes, and just breathe. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. As you draw up, take another nice deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. Again, take it with the other side. Take right hand up overhead, reaching up through those fingertips, and then reach to the left toes. Take a nice big deep breath in. And if you can, look up past your right elbow. Nice big deep breath. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. And if you can, with each exhale, see if you can go a little deeper into your stretch. And up. Beautiful. Nice. Then go ahead and bring your feet back in. We call this easy pose or Sukhasana, also known as cross-legged. And this is where sometimes we have fun and we see yogis do some fancy stuff where they take one leg and they bring it up to their hip. And for those that are watching in the middle school age, you probably can do this because you guys are nice and limber. And if you can't, please don't push yourself, but you can practice and you can, what I call, go to your edge. And what that means is just play with your body and kind of get to know what feels right, what doesn't feel right. And always know that if it hurts, you don't want it to hurt. So you really want your body to feel good when you do yoga. And if you're uncomfortable, like for me, this isn't comfortable. I don't love this. So I actually take my legs apart and I keep one leg half in and the other down. So there's many, many variations, which is what's awesome about yoga, is there's no wrong way to do it. If it's causing you pain, stop and find a more supportive way. Okay. So we're going to just bring our legs in, and I'm going to invite you to actually bring your right knee in a little bit. So if you can, I want you to notice where your knee is in relationship to your belly button, okay? So you're gonna take your leg and you're gonna bring it in and try to get your belly button and your knee in one straight line, like an invisible line, okay? Once you get that, go ahead and take your left leg over the right. Beautiful. And now your chest and your left knee are in one straight line. And then go ahead and take your right arm up overhead. Then you're gonna take right elbow to right knee, to left knee, right elbow to left knee, and we're going to do a spinal twist. So go ahead and take a little spinal twist here. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Excuse me. Beautiful. And release. Excellent. We're going to do it on the other side. And what we love about this exercise is that it really opens up the respiratory area. You might notice a couple of what we call pops or cracks. That's just air that's releasing. So nothing to be worried about. That's actually kind of can be a good thing. So go ahead and do the same thing with your left leg. You're going to take left leg, bend the knee, bring it in, and let belly button and knee be in one parallel line. Take right leg up over. And then your knees are on top of each other, what we call stacked knees. And then you're going to notice that your right knee and your chest are in one straight line, invisible line. Left arm up overhead, left elbow, right knee are connected. And then go ahead and take a nice big stretch up, lift up through the chest. Nice big deep breath and release as you twist. Beautiful. Nice twist there. And come back to center. So again, when we're practicing yoga, you can see I'm in a really simple spot. Nothing crazy here. You can really do yoga anywhere. You can do it in a corner of your room or even in a safe area in your home or outside. If it's nice outside, of course, you can practice yoga in a yoga studio or in a doctor's office, or there's a lot of different options. So don't feel like you need a special place to do yoga. In fact, lately I've been teaching in a coffee shop, and we remove all the furniture, we remove all the tables, we move them, and then we practice yoga right kind of in the main area. And it's really beautiful and an amazing space. So yoga can be practiced anywhere. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our awareness in. We're going to bring our hands to our heart. And this is what I call setting the intention. Now, sometimes I do this at the beginning of class. Sometimes I do it in the middle. And sometimes I do it all the way through. And the reason I love setting the intention is because it really helps us to get grounded with whatever it is that we want to practice, whatever we want to experience. So if you want more joy, if you want a better relationship with your parents, or maybe even with your children, this is a great practice. And you can actually set the intention to practice for someone, or even for yourself, or for a specific reason. So silently to yourself, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and set an intention, bringing your fingertips to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a nice full deep breath through your belly. Lift up through the chest. Nice big deep breath. Set your intention. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring your arms up overhead, setting your intention to what I call the universe, the sky, Mother Earth, Mother Sky, Father Sky. Big, nice, full deep breath. Lift up, look up towards the sky. Beautiful. Bring right hand down towards the earth. We're going to take left arm up and get a nice deep stretch one more time in that left side body. Nice full deep breath all the way from the hips, through the side body, through the elbow. Beautiful. And gently release. Very nice. Let's switch sides. Beautiful. And release. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to come down to our low back. We're going to just do a couple of really basic exercises just to warm up our backs, get a little strength in there. And again, making sure if you don't have a yoga mat, towel is perfectly fine. I want you to come down nice and slow. Find what feels good to you. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to lift the hips here. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips up to what we call bridge. And this pose is really simple. This is a great pose for releasing any stress in your low back. And you can practice this anytime, anywhere. You can even do this when you're watching TV or you're just relaxing after school. You can do this. You can use a block also if you have one. You can get fancy and you can lift your legs up if you want. And you can lift the other leg. And then what you want to do is just try as much as you can to keep your knees fairly close so that you're not popping your hips out. So try to keep your knees nice and close. Beautiful. All right. And then some of you might want to get really fancy and you might want to do what's called a wheel. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to ask that you please be very gentle and very careful with this pose. It is a great pose and it's actually it can be really good for you. You just want to make sure that you're careful, okay? So I'll show you nice and slow. You're going to lift up through the hips, take your hands to your sides. So almost like your hands are by your ears. And then you lift up and you do what's called a wheel. All right, so I love this pose, especially when I was a kid. It's a little less easy when you're an adult. And then when you come down, be nice and careful. I do have a little back challenge this morning, so I'm not holding it as long, but that's a nice fun pose. Again, just be careful. You want to be really mindful when you're practicing yoga that you're listening to your body and you're really honoring your body's needs. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I already feel a little warmed up. I feel like my body has been moving and certainly activated. So again, we can keep yoga really, really simple. It doesn't have to be too aggressive or too long, although once you start to do yoga and you start to experience the benefits, you might want longer classes. So what's really great about yoga is there's so many options. We did a really basic class today. Just wanted to give you some options and some really simple things you could do. This is a great way to start your morning. You could also do asanas, which is a whole series of movement that you can do, and their poses, and just a little education. A pose is also known as an asana. And we use Sanskrit, which is connected to the Hindu language, is also one of the oldest languages, they say, in mankind that was ever written and spoken. So it's a really interesting language, and a lot of the words that come from the yogic tradition come from Sanskrit and come from the Hindu tradition. So there's a lot of connection there. So if you ever hear someone say, oh, I know that asana, that means it's a pose, it's a posture, okay? And it's a fun thing that you can practice with your friends, and you can say, hey, I did a few asana this morning, or asanas. And with that, again, I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you to the community-based mentoring Hispanic boys and girls program that allowed me to serve you this morning. I'm so happy and so grateful, and I'm excited to hear how your yoga practice goes. So if you have any questions at all, please do let me know. My name is Regina Rosa Celeste. I am the founder and proud owner of the Internal Peace Renegades community, which is a group of conscious and like-minded individuals and families that are really committed to their internal peace. And so we practice tools of mindfulness, practice tools of peace. Over currently 5,000 families and individuals in this journey. So I'm really excited. I have courses and classes that I teach both online, offline. I do workshops, retreats, training classes, and so much more. So I'd love to support you. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. And of course, I hope that this class served you well. So have a beautiful morning, day, and afternoon. And until we meet again, remember that changing the way we experience peace is all about changing ourselves first. So changing the world one heart at a time. Have a beautiful day. And from my heart to yours, namaste.